Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to plunge right below the surface of those glossy PR campaigns and carefully cut trailers. We're uncovering why the real story of any game, or honestly any piece of gaming hardware, only truly begins once it actually reaches your hands. If you've ever felt that weird disconnect between a flashy announcement and what you're actually playing on day one, well, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
So think about this. When does a gaming headline actually matter? We see them literally every single day, right? A new release date drops, a massive cinematic trailer hits, or some huge studio acquisition happens. But when does that actually matter to you? The truth is, that release date or that flashy trailer is just the tip of the iceberg. The real impact, the actual weight of that news, only hits when the community gets a hold of it. It happens when you start testing it, critiquing it, modding the heck out of it, and sharing it with your friends.
Here's our roadmap for This Explainer. We'll be looking at life beyond the official headline, why player feedback matters, fandom in shared spaces, and real-world tech and merch.
Starting off with Section 1, Beyond the Official Headline.
There's usually this massive contrast between what a publisher's polished marketing tells us and the practical, let's be honest, sometimes super frustrating reality we uncover on day one. Official channels are great for establishing the basic facts. They confirm features, drop patch notes, outline what the devs intended to do. But marketing often leaves out the gritty details. It's the hands-on player reality that exposes those brutal frame rate drops in a crowded area, or those incredibly awkward menus you have to trudge through, or the awful matchmaking issues keeping you stuck in a lobby instead of actually playing the game.
So here's the crucial point. A release date is just a starting point, not the whole story. Official announcements establish a baseline, sure, but the actual living, breathing story of a game, that's an ongoing conversation between the studios making the games and the people, like us, who actually spend our free time playing them. A sudden studio decision could totally derail a beloved series, or mess with game preservation, or tank future support. And honestly, those details deserve way more attention than a polished press release could ever give them.
Moving on to Section 2, Why Player Feedback Matters.
Here is a fundamental truth of modern gaming. The gaming community often spots issues that a trailer literally can't reveal. I mean, think about it. A carefully edited hype trailer is never going to show you the horrible input lag on your controller. It won't show you the ridiculous monetization hurdles waiting for you at level 20, or, on the flip side, a surprisingly awesome accessibility option that suddenly makes the game playable for thousands of people. It is the community that drags these issues and these hidden gems up to the surface.
When you map out the media landscape like this, it's pretty clear that different outlets do very different jobs. Official channels give us that baseline confirmation of features and patch notes. Specialist sites step in to contextualize things, maybe comparing new systems to past games in a franchise. But independent creators and modders, they're the ones doing the heavy lifting. They show us raw gameplay, actual performance, and they build better tools for PC releases. They show how a game actually feels in motion in a way a short, manicured review simply cannot.
And honestly, it goes way further than just media outlets. You are the ones giving the news its weight. The community is constantly rewriting the script after launch. Whether it's forum posts meticulously documenting every single bug, a late-night Discord call finally uncovering a weird hidden mechanic, competitive players completely redefining the tournament meta, or speedrunners routing entirely new paths that break the game wide open. This right here is where the true narrative of a game is forged.
But, okay, there is a trap here. We have to be really careful to separate the noise from the signal. Viral complaints can be insanely loud, but they often represent a super narrow group, or sometimes just a single rumor reposted through 5 different accounts completely out of context, driven purely by the hype cycle. What we actually want to look for is repeated evidence, community consensus that's been tested over time. That is the true story. We have to look past the absolute loudest reaction, because the loudest reaction isn't always the right one.
Let's jump into Section 3, Fandom in Shared Spaces.
Because games matter, for sure, but so do the rituals built around them. Events like Gamescom, PAX, and EVO go way beyond just playing trailers. You've got hands-on demo lines, accessibility stations, fan-made costumes, developer panels, and massive charity speedrun marathons. These events give gaming news a human scale. It's where a charity marathon raises millions of dollars, and where strangers trade controller tips and end up becoming lifelong friends. A flashy stage reveal fades from memory pretty fast, but a demo played among friends? That becomes the story people actually keep discussing.
And hey, it's not just the massive conventions either. Small gatherings absolutely matter.
It's at your local game store or retro swap meets or university esports club nights where gaming transforms from just a product catalog into a shared, lasting community experience. These smaller shared spaces create vital entry points and make gaming a physical place that people want to return to week after week.
Wrapping up with Section 4, Real-World Tech and Merch. The future of gaming tech totally depends on practical realities. Cloud gaming services sound like absolute magic on paper, right? Play demanding games anywhere, skip those massive downloads, expand access for everyone. But the practical reality hits hard. All those promises hit a brick wall if you're dealing with strict data caps, stacking subscription fees, or an unstable internet connection. Sure, a turn-based RPG might play fine, but if latency turns your inputs for a fighting game into a frustrating, laggy mess, the whole promise of cloud gaming just completely breaks down.
And we see the exact same dynamic with new hardware. A faster, handheld PC like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally is only a true innovation if players can actually feel the difference when they're using it. Performance specs on a web page are one thing, but the practical test is what actually matters. What are the battery life limits? Does it manage heat well, or is it going to literally burn your hands after an hour? Is there enough storage capacity for modern games? And critically, how repairable is the device if something inevitably breaks? This is where technology and collecting meet, right in the corner of a player's room. A comfortable headset, a custom controller with remappable buttons, maybe a few favorite figures. These aren't just mere consumer purchases. They become highly personal fixtures on your desk. They integrate directly into your daily routine.
Which brings us to the merch fans actually choose to keep. Merch doesn't have to be some ridiculously expensive, hyper-rare limited edition to matter. An art book or a sweet vinyl soundtrack carries the memory of a game into your daily life long after the launch week hype completely fades. But you got to be smart about it. Always check the license, verify the materials, measure the dimensions so you actually have shelf space for the thing, and double-check that return policy. The best collectibles always outlast the launch excitement.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really ponder the next time a massive gaming headline drops. Are you just reacting to the loudest viral complaint? Are you letting polished PR and hype cycles drive your reality? Or are you actively looking for repeated evidence and shared discoveries from the community? Because at the end of the day, it is player feedback, the modders, the local meetups, and your everyday routines that actually carry gaming culture forward. So stay curious, compare your sources, and always remember to look past the loudest post.